if you can see, but it's November 10th today, Saturday. And Baron's getting the chickens out, getting them fed and stuff. But here, I don't know if you can see on the white there, but here, does that help? Look what we got. We got snow, dusting, just flurrying, but it's cold. That's good. Just throwing some feed out. We'll throw it out before they come out. December 6th, we start dog obedience classes for Hunter. Trying to get him out. He wants to get in there too. I got his shock collar on. I just beep it. I don't shock him. Is it frozen? Sorry about the jiggling, but it's so cold. We're going to try and teach Hunter to herd. But they're all out. Hey! I don't even know where she is.
Snowball, where you at? Snowball.
I haven't seen her.
Oh, she's right there behind you.
Go potty.
Get down here. Come on.
Get going.
Come on. Come on.
So we went over to the other house and picked up some more stuff, and I decided to get all the Tupperware and start going through it. You think I have enough? I'm overloaded. So going through it all, trying to figure out, you know, what we're keeping, what we're getting rid of.
Throw it all out.
Yeah, Darren says throw it all out. No, I don't think so. But gonna pull out everything that we want to keep, or I want to keep, and then I'm gonna have my mom come over and take a look, see if she wants anything, and have my son look, see if he wants anything, and go from there, and hopefully get rid of all of this and that I don't want. What is he barking at?
I don't know what is he barking at.
Oh, I know what he's barking at.
Squirrel?
A squirrel? Get that squirrel. Alright. Anyways, this is our project for the day. You helping?
No.
No.
I'll take some containers though.
For slime? I don't think so. I'll
Also,
give
I
you.
have a broken
I think
container.
if I have some containers that are like Rubbermaid or something, I'll give them to you.
Okay.
You can have it.
Especially because of the broken slime one.
Okay. Today is the warmest day of the week. It's supposed to get down into the 20s this week. We had a little bit of snow yesterday. That was at the beginning. This is the next day. This is now Sunday. We decided, you see the difference in the grass? I mean, you can see that line of leaves. That's where the chickens were. That's where the fence was. And came all the way. So they had all this area right here. You can see how low the grass is. They pretty much ate it all. I don't want them going all the way down to the mud, although they did in a couple places. So it'll come back in the spring. But the ground's still hard from being frozen yesterday. It's not real muddy. As you can see, we got some tire tracks. We sunk a little bit with the tractor, but it wasn't real bad. So we decided to move the chickens from there across the creek and down there. You can see Darren is screwing in the ramp to the hen house, which is still just a truck cab. But there is a floor. It's sitting on some plywood. So anyways, what we ended up doing, they're all down there in the leaves up underneath. So the fence starts here, goes across, goes way up underneath all these hemlocks. And it comes all the way back down, and then we want to go across the stream, came this way, and it crossed the stream again, and then came back to the beginning. That's the beginning right there. So I'm kind of surprised the ducks were scared to go into the water. They have never, the most water they've ever seen was a little kiddie pool. Usually we have a little black feeder and that we use for water, and we put water in it and they take their baths in that. Never have they had access to an actual stream. And she went all the way up to it. The drake, Ritz, our ducks' names are Ritz and Quackers. And Quackers, Ritz is the drake. Anyways, Quackers, wherever Quackers goes, Ritz follows. So Quackers went right up to the edge of the stream, looked in, what looked like she was about to jump in, and then she turned around, and then of course, Ritz didn't. Ritz just followed her and didn't go in either. So I've been kind of curious to watch them the first time they go in, but they still haven't gone in, and it's been, about 15-20 minutes. They're more enthralled into lifting up all those leaves up underneath there and trying to find grubs and insects and worms and stuff. So none of them have discovered that there's water there. Now, we decided to do this for a couple different reasons. One is the stream never freezes. It's constantly running all year long. So with it never freezing, should have absolutely no problem. The ducks and the chickens will have access to water all winter long. We're hoping. It's supposed to be a really, really cold winter, so I am kind of hoping that it's not going to freeze, but we'll find out. Anyways, they're all tucked up underneath there, going through all the leaves underneath, but I wanted to show you what we did, and that's what we did. We went underneath all the hemlocks and stuff and went around. Now, a couple places up underneath, we can't get it tight. And there's so many leaves and so many branches and stuff that we cannot turn the electric on the fence. But the chickens and ducks know that the fence is electrified, and they've been staying away from it, and they never tested it. They've all tried at least once, and they've never tried again. So I'm hoping that would suffice. I'm going to hop on Amazon. I'm going to grab about 12, 13, maybe 14 more poles to put up in between, because the poles are just too far away from each other. I need ones in between to help hold everything up. And then I think we're going to be fine. We can actually just turn it on. But there's so many sags and everything that it's impossible for me to turn that on. It'll just short out. But I wanted to show you where we're at, what we're doing, and I was hoping to get on video them in the stream for the very first time and see how they react. We have frogs and bullfrogs and salamanders, and there's tadpoles in there. Well, there probably isn't anymore, but skippers and you name it, there's all kinds of stuff in there. So, oh, she's getting close. I wonder if she's going to go in. I'm going to try and sit you down so I'm not jiggling. There, is that better? Oh, they're not going in. I thought for sure. They're looking for water, I know that. We're going over to the feeder that usually has water in it, but there's no water in it. Now there's only food in it. They're going to have to go to that stream to get water. Let's see if they'll figure it out. Anyways, Ritz and Quackers are Rowan ducks. We got them from Tractor Supply. The ducklings are so cute. I've been wanting ducks for a long time, and Darren is not too fond of chickens, and he didn't really want ducks, but when we got the ducks, he fell in love with them. So now he'd rather have ducks than chickens, which I actually agree. The ducks have so much more personality. So, well, they're eating a little bit out of there. But I know they're looking for water, because when you eat, ducks have to have a lot of water. They have to. And last year when we had them at the other house, it was so hard to keep water for them through the winter. We were going out there a couple times a day to change out the water. We did put in a bird bath heater into the water, but still they were going through it so fast. So let's see if they're going to go and get to the stream and get some water. I know they know that's water. I tried to grab one of them and try and put them in, but they're too quick. There's too many stumps and everything down through there. Hard to see it. I didn't want to fall and kill myself in trying. Anyways, they're Rowan ducks. We got them from Tractor Supply. These are heavier ducks. Not like the real heavy ones. I guess they're heavier than that on some of the Rowans, but these ones, the Drake, he weighs probably, about, I would say 15, 20 pounds. And the hen quackers, she doesn't weigh much at all. She weighs probably, I want to say about 8, 9, maybe 10 pounds tops. It's not much. But they're too heavy to fly. They can fly. They can only fly short distances, and they have to be high up on something. They can hop and use their wings to fly up on top of something, but they can only go so high up. The most I've ever seen them go up is around about 10, 15 inches, and that's about it. And they can't go any higher than that. We've had other stuff up that they just could not get up over, so that's been like 15, 20 inches high, and they just could not get over it. It's one of the nice things about ducks is that, you know, chickens could fly over that fence, but ducks, they can't. Ducks are very, very easy to fence in. You only need a 2-foot high fence, and they cannot go over it. Very easy to keep them in. And Rowan ducks are big, and I've never had any problems with the hawks. In fact, the hawks around here, when they're out, all the chickens go underneath the coop so they can't get to them, and yet the ducks will hang out, and I guess they realize that they're too big for it. But I think she's going to end up going in. Once they discover it, they are going to be in their glory. I told Darren we'll probably not get them out. They'll always want to stay in. So if you're wondering, do ducks take baths in the wintertime? The answer is yes. They take a lot of baths. That's how they keep themselves very clean. They're extremely clean. Their poo isn't. They are very messy with their poo. But the nice thing about their poo is that, unlike chickens, that when they poop, the rain comes and everything, and you just got a big glob, and it's disgusting. Ducks are a little different. When water hits their poo, it literally disintegrates into nothingness. It actually goes into the soil, and you don't have like a slimy mess like you would with chickens. Ducks do not roost. They sit on the ground. These two are like peanut butter and jelly. Where's one? The other one's always there. That's how we discovered that she was sitting on some eggs. We saw Ritz out and about at the other house, roaming around the yard, and she was not around. And we got really concerned. I actually thought that maybe something came, a cat or something came and got her, and you know, we started searching everywhere, and here we ended up finding her sitting on eggs. And we decided to just let her sit on them. And she hatched them out, and she had 8 eggs. She was hatched the first time around, and every single one of them died because rats got a hold of them and ate them. And over where we used to live, there was a lot of, in the city, there was a lot of rats over there. I mean, it was just constant trying to get rid of them. Anyways, here, no rats, just mice. We're going to actually let her hatch again in the spring. And, oh, she did, after she lost all her babies. She did start laying eggs again, and she hatched out another 8. One didn't make it within a day. Don't know what was wrong with it. It hatched really, really late, but it ended up dying. But the other 7 survived, and we ended up selling them. We just did not have the room at the other house to be able to keep them alive with the rats. So, what you doing, hon? Huh? Getting wood. She looks like she's about ready to go in. She sees the water. They've been over to the feeder a couple times already, looking for water, but I put the feed in it. Oh, there goes a chicken. Chicken's getting water. Alright, well, it's been 15 minutes and she hasn't tried to go in. She hasn't gone in yet. So, I will do another video tomorrow evening when I get home from work and see if I could get them when they're in. I'm sure they're going to go and get that water before they go in for the night. So, if I can do it, I'm going to try and get it on video. But for now, I'm not going to keep recording. I'm just glad we got it over to there. This is where they're going to stay for the rest of the winter. There's a lot of leaves. There's a lot of trees for cover, for snow. There's grass. It's going to be a good place for them, and they'll have constant water at all times. And I think this is going to be a perfect area for them every winter. So, alright, well, if you like watching my videos, trying to get better, looking for some GoPros, cameras. Right now all I do is use my iPhone, and if you don't know anything about iPhone recording, it's one of the worst things you can use to record. You can't pause. You have to stop and then start up again and then splice them together, and it's a real pain in the butt. So I have been looking for some GoPros, looking for a drone. I like to actually, since I'm so new at this, try and get my videos pretty good. So if you have any suggestions, please comment. I mean, I don't know anything about cameras. I am so new to this. I don't have a whole lot of money. As you know, we're homesteading, so we don't have a lot of money, but you know, in the $100-200 range, I'm okay with. If you could comment and tell me a little bit about, you know, what I should be looking for, what's the best quality. I see a lot of people using GoPros. That's why I'm thinking about doing a GoPro, but I know there's aftermarkets out there that are cheaper. Would it be better for me to get an aftermarket that has better quality, since I can't afford a real expensive GoPro? Is it worth doing that? You know, you tell me. I don't know what you guys have used, but I could really use some advice. So please leave some comments and let me know. And if you like the video, hit the like button. I'll talk to you later. You God bless, and you have a great week. Alright, well, we had to take matters into our own hands. Darren's going to go down and see if he can get them to go into the water. They're really thirsty. They want to drink. Chickens are all going in. It's after 5. It's getting dark. We got a couple chickens that like to go on top of the cap instead of in the cap. But it's going to get cold, so we want them to go in.
Yeah, and that's why I have your coat on. they specifically have your
Let's zoom in here and see if we could get them. I think all you gotta do is grab her, he'll follow. Put them in, they'll know it where it's at then. There we go. First time ever in. You think they're enjoying themselves?
I can't feel my feet.
They're enjoying themselves. They're bathing. Now, here's the question. You think you'll ever get them out?
My feet are freezing like I can't feel them.
Go in the house.
No, I don't want to.
They're bathing away. They used to have to take turns bathing in that little thing. Well, they're finally in. It's getting dark. Chickens are going in. Hopefully they're not going to stay in the water all night.
It's warm in here.
Alright. Well, wanted to give you guys the update. See if they could get out. Oh, they could get out. Woohoo! And they're happy. Can you tell they are happy? They are more than happy. Alright. They are loving it. And they're going to probably keep going back now. So, that was the first time they've ever been in a large body of water that they have access to 24/7 now.